Hey guys, Alexander Nava here. Long time no see. Once the situation around the world happened, I did take a little break from YouTube, but we're back. I'm hoping to start posting more frequently again. And if you can't tell, I am in a new place. Since last time I have moved. I'm still located generally in the same area. We just had a change of scenery, new place, a little bit nicer. So you're gonna notice the background's a little bit different. But to get back to the videos today, I thought I would give you guys a desk/setup tour. So I want to give you guys a peek of where I'm working, kind of what it looks like and what aesthetic I like, what tools I use, and I just think it'd be fun, and you guys kind of get to see my desk, my PC, how this is set up here, the camera. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you doing with yourself? Go ahead down below, hit that subscribe button. If you hit the bell, you'll be notified every time I post a video. That way you can go ahead, check it out, be the first one to like, first one to comment. But thank you guys for the support. So this video is not sponsored, but if you do want any of the things that you're seeing, I'll try to link as many items that I own down in the description down below. There will be an Amazon affiliate link, so they do help me out. But this channel is not sponsored. I'm just giving you guys the links to what I own in case you're interested or you want to buy them. Alright, so starting with my desk, I have the Autonomous Smart Desk 2 Premium. So this is a great sit-stand desk. The desk goes up and down. It lets me, get off of my chair. I do work from home, so it definitely helps to have a sit-stand desk. I got the biggest version that they have. It's the premium version, and that is 70.5 inches by 30 inches. So it's definitely a big boy, but I do have a custom-built PC with a pretty big case, and I have a bunch of other things on my desk, so I really wanted to go for the biggest size possible, just because I really wanted the real estate. Other than that, there's not much to say about the desk. I mean, it is well built. I love, the little pieces that hold the cables, they're metal. It's super nice quality. It was a little tricky to assemble, I must say, but once I got it down, it was easy. Definitely heavy and definitely rugged. I mean, everything is pretty much metal, and the tabletop that they send you is solid wood, so nothing to complain about here. Definitely recommend the desk. Let's go ahead and talk about my computer. Now, I just built this computer to replace my old one, and I definitely spent so much time and money on it, but it's great for editing. It was definitely time for an upgrade with throwing in 4K video into computers and editing all these photos, but this computer just kills it. So let me go over the specs because it is a custom-made computer. So for my processor, I'm running the AMD 3900X. I'll go ahead and put all the specs up on the screen, but it is a 12-core 24-thread CPU, so any work tasks that you throw at it, like rendering, and when you export all your photos and videos, this thing just crushes it, especially with the 4K. All those cores help out so much. For my graphics card, I am running the Gigabyte Aorus 2070 Super. So this is an awesome graphics card. I like how there's LEDs in the fan that you can customize it. I went ahead and customized it to the theme of my computer, but it's definitely great to have. Powerful card, awesome for gaming as well. For RAM, we are running 32 gigabytes of DDR4 memory. 32 gigabytes is kind of a sweet spot for me, but I did do 2 sticks, so if I ever want to upgrade to 64, I can just buy another 32, throw them in there, and we have that extra RAM. Now, 32 has been okay for me so far, but if any of my projects for video editing get too big, I might want to consider upgrading, but as of now, I think I'm okay. Now, the main colors that you see in my case are probably by the fans. The fans are the Corsair LL120 series, so these are great RGB fans. They are expensive, so there are better fans that come at a much lower price, but if you're going for wanting a great fan that does the job, pretty well, actually really well, as well as having the aesthetic of the lights, definitely check out these fans, but I will say they are a little pricey, so you are paying a premium just for the RGB. I get a lot of questions about my cooler too, since there's a screen on it. That is the NZXT Kraken Z63. So That one is a little bit harder to find in the United States, but you can find it. It is pricey again, just like the RGB fans and everything. I definitely wanted to go full out for this build. I haven't built a nice PC in a while, so I definitely splurged on that one. But Kraken Z63, awesome water cooler if you guys are looking for one and want the aesthetics to match your screen. You can even put customized GIFs or anything you want on there. And for monitors, I have two Asus VG275Qs. They're both the same model, and they're just kind of monitors for gaming. I do want to upgrade these eventually to a more color editing monitor, so something that can produce more colors. I've been looking at a lot of Dell monitors recently that are perfect for that, some of the Ultra Sharp series, but I did buy these a long time ago, and I was really into gaming. I still am, but I don't have much time anymore. But they are good monitors. They just don't produce as many colors as I would like, especially for editing and content creation. But I already have these. They're great monitors. They're large. They're 27 inches. So I'll probably keep them for a while until I get one of those Dell monitors. Next, let's talk peripherals. So keyboard and mice that I'm using. I do game in my free time, so I went with an all Razer setup. My keyboard is the Razer Huntsman Elite. It is an awesome keyboard, the clickiest keyboard I've ever had. I love it. It does come with the wrist pad, which is amazing. It's really soft leather, and I like how the LEDs go around the wrist pad too, so it actually makes contact with the keyboard to provide power for the LEDs. Now, the mouse that I'm using is also Razer. It is a Razer Mamba Tournament Edition mouse. Now, I switched to a full-sized mouse probably when I was like 17 or 18. I bought a big mouse, and once you go to a full-sized mouse, you will never go back. My hands are so big. I love to be able to wrap around the mouse and really get a grip on it. So if you guys are still using some of those like little Logitech mouses that are like 20 bucks, definitely try a big mouse. It'll help your hands, especially if you have big hands, and it's just easier to control. So definitely recommend this mouse, but if you want any other size mouse, just a full-size mouse is what I recommend. Next to my keyboard and mouse, you'll notice I have a little bit of an odd thing here. It looks like a 10 key keyboard or something, but that is the Razer Tartarus Pro. Now, what this is used for is for gaming or any sort of repeat application. So you can actually program the buttons individually, and they're really good for example MOBAs, right? I like to play Dota 2, so I can go ahead and program in the exact movements that I want, or the exact keys that I want, I should say. And they also help for editing in Lightroom, things like that. So if you want to bind hotkeys to it, you can also bind it to launch websites, a program, whatever it might be. But it's definitely helpful. It has tons of buttons, super big. It takes a little bit of getting used to because these aren't clicky switches, because you can actually program, how deep you push the switch. So it definitely takes some getting used to, but if you're willing to put in the time, it definitely will help your workflow. Another peripheral I have on my desk is the Elgato Stream Deck. So what I love about this is, yes, I do stream a little bit in my free time, not as much as I'd like to. I am more focused on YouTube, but what I do like about it is that I'm able to program to launch programs or websites. So I have it linked to be able to launch Lightroom, Photoshop, as well as YouTube. That's just some of my most used websites and applications, but you guys can program anything you want in there. It's pretty neat. So definitely recommend that if you are looking for a solution to kind of put shortcuts on a physical button. And what's pretty cool about this is the back of the button is a screen, so you can actually customize what the button looks like, so that when you look at it, you know exactly what you're pushing. The next peripheral I have is actually a microphone, and that is the Blue Yeti. I love this thing. So I have this on a boom arm, but I like that it gives me crystal clear audio, especially for my wedding clients. So especially now with what's going on around the world, we're doing video conferences now more than ever for meetings, and I love that I'm able to have clean audio. They're able to hear me great, and there's a microphone jack on the bottom, so I can go ahead and wear headphones, and the cables are as close to me as they can be. So I definitely recommend this, and it's very inexpensive. I think I paid probably $100 for it, and for good audio on a computer that's plug and play with a USB, definitely recommended in my book, especially if you're looking to stream. Now, I also have a Focusrite Scarlett Solo sitting on my desk. This is in case I want to plug in any other XLR mics. So I do have the DJ company, and it's nice to be able to test out mics as well as record. And what that lets me do as well is it lets me output to my studio monitors, actually, my speakers. So I got this mainly for that interface, but I thought that the XLR and quarter-inch jack inputs were great as well. And speaking about the audio interface, yes, this is going to a pair of speakers here. They are the Presonus Iris. That's what they're called. They're just, some speakers. They're not the best studio monitors, but it is nice to have studio monitors where you can actually control the sound on the back, so that when you're editing, you get a nice, clean kind of audio. It's not too bassy, because a lot of headphones and things are a little bass heavy because of the music, but I do recommend using headphones if you have the option. But sometimes you just don't want to wear them, or you're just doing a quick edit, and that's where I like having these, especially if I'm in the room and I just want to listen to music. They definitely sound great and they do the job, so definitely recommend these. And for headphones, I am using the Audio-Technica ATH M40X. These are great headphones. I picked them up a couple years ago because they were on sale, but they're definitely great. It's the same thing with headphones if you haven't done so, like a mouse. So once you go from like a $20, $30 pair of headphones to $100 plus, you're really getting a better experience. I've had these for so long, they've lasted me forever. They work great for editing, they work great for listening to music, as well as DJing. So, I mean, if you're looking for a great pair of headphones, these are awesome. They also have, I believe, the 50 series. Those are good too. I definitely recommend them if you can find them for a good price. But overall, it's nice to have a great pair of headphones. Looking at my desk, you may notice a big box sitting there and say, "Hey, Alex, what is that?" That is the Synology DS 918 Plus. So what that is a server. It's a NAS, a network attached storage. So what that does is it actually houses all of my photos, videos, files, anything for my business, basically sits in this server. The benefit of using this is that if one hard drive fails, even up to 2 if you want to set it that way, you can just pop out the old drive, put a new one in, and it'll actually rebuild all the files. So this is basically for security, making sure that if a hard drive were to fail on you, you don't lose any files. So definitely a great little box there. Definitely recommend it for storage for photographers or any creatives out there. So currently on the Synology, I do have a capacity of about 8 terabytes. I'm only using about 1.5 to 2 terabytes currently to store all my photos, videos, everything like that. But I know that as I continue making videos for YouTube, I do store all my files, all my original files. So I know that that's going to be eaten up. But if anything were to happen, you can just throw in more drives into this. So there's an expansion unit. You can upgrade the size of the drives. I mean, there's many things that you can do, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, I haven't filled it up yet, but if I do, I'll probably make a video about it. On my desk, I also have one of the Echo Shows. I think it's like an Echo Show 5. I'll put the name of it on the screen there. But I just got it on Amazon because it was a good deal. But I do like telling it to let me play music. I can see the weather. So it's just kind of a little touch point on my desk that I can see to get information or play music. So definitely not like I don't use it all the time. But it is nice to be able to tell it to play music if I'm on the other side of the room cleaning something, or to be able to see the time and the weather. The other thing sitting on my desk is the Datacolor Spider X Elite. Now what this does is it color calibrates the monitor so that what you're looking at on screen is kind of accurate to what you publish. So you can have a screen that kind of looks really bright and contrasty, but then you edit a photo and you put it online and the photo doesn't look anything like what it looked like in Lightroom. So what this does is it calibrates the monitor so that it's like a true color. You can also calibrate it with printer profiles so that when you print out, it looks exactly the same as on your screen. On top of my monitors, I do have my A6400. I have a mount up there for it where it can sit so that I can use it as a webcam. So I do link it up with the Elgato CamLink. That way it lets me stream. I can use it for web meetings. I can also record directly while I'm recording the screen with a software like OBS. But it is a great camera. I do take it off if I'm going outside. but technically, or usually, this sits on top of my monitor, so that when I want to use it as a webcam or I want to turn on and do a video like this, I've set it up to do that. I also keep an Xbox One X on my desk. Now, I do have other gaming systems, but I keep those in the living room. I feel like my Nintendo Switch and things like that are more, for friends and family when they come over, we could play, or Animal Crossing kind of leisure type games that you would play on your couch. But I do take my Xbox One X gaming seriously. I've been now gaming on my PC more, but I do have a lot of friends on Xbox, and I like to have it here so that I can use the monitors that I have. Thank you guys so much for watching my desk tour video. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe so you can keep up to date with my videos. Go ahead, like the video if you liked it, and be sure to turn the notifications on. Sometimes YouTube doesn't like to push them out to your home screen, but if you push the bell, you always get the notification. So thank you guys. Leave a comment down below letting me know if you picked up anything or any improvements that you think I can make to my setup. I'm always looking for improvements, but thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.